How you doing?
Mail, motherfucker.
Good afternoon. It's about 12:20 p.m. here in Columbus, Ohio. All right, so I want to point out something here that a lot of people don't point out. It's not very obvious, but see this video right here, right? One moment of being angry doesn't have to turn into a life-altering decision. All right, it's from the city of Zephyr Hills Dash Government. What a name. That's a mouthful. I can't even pronunciate that. Anyways, let me get to the point. This little thing right here. All right. That right there is part of the problem. You know, part of the problem. There's a couple problems I'm going to point out here. What they were talking about in here is a man that was perceived to be under the influence was going to drive his vehicle wherever he was going to drive. Okay, cool. Trash man stops and says, hey, man, you might be a little intoxicated, yada, yada, whatever. Dude took it disrespectful. He's like, all right, well, you have a nice day. I'm on the clock. Whatever. Gets in the trash truck with his coworker and decides to go on through their route. Well, that guy decides to open fire on the trash truck and pull up next to the truck and somehow, while driving, open the passenger side door of the trash truck and grab a hold of the man and yank him out the passenger door. Now, if that man was intoxicated, I don't think he would be coordinated enough to do all that. I really don't. And then you got, the 10%ers, I'm sorry, the Democrats, because they're 10% of the entire country that follows them and agrees with their bullshit, are going to push on we need to get rid of the firearms. We need to get rid of firearms. It's always the firearm. All right, so at what point did that firearm stand up on its own, load itself, and turn its safety off, cock itself back ready to fire, and pull its own trigger? I mean, if that man in that truck were to have pulled all of that off without having a firearm, but just using his truck, the vehicle, no one is going to blame the vehicle. They're going to blame the operator of that vehicle. So why can't people blame the operator of that firearm the same way they would do with a vehicle? I'm just saying, enough is enough. And cops, if you don't want these vigilante groups doing your jobs for you because it's dangerous, that's your words, it's too dangerous for civilians to do it. Okay, well, if it's too dangerous for us to do it, then it's too dangerous for you to do it, because just because I'm a civilian doesn't mean that I'm not any more human than any of your officers. Now, if these police departments do not want vigilante groups doing their jobs, then start doing your fucking jobs, what you're being paid for, while we all pay taxes for you to be out there. Okay? Now, long story short, this right here, this channel is dishonest and is unvalid for information because of this deceitful fucking shit that they pull right there with the comments. You cannot have a problem like this that is definitely a community issue, because there's bigger problems than the symptoms we're all seeing on the news. Everything we see on the news is a symptom of something else. Okay? Monsters are created by this system as a whole. You got to look at it like a mosaic painting, and you're only seeing it pebble by pebble. You will never understand what the fuck you were looking at when you look at a mosaic painting pebble by pebble. And that's the picture that's going on right now if you step back and look at it as a whole. That's what we need to start doing. We've got all this information at our fingertips, but yet everybody is completely oblivious to current events. It's so discombobulated, and it's blurry, and it's confusing, and there's too much bullshit about this, and there's one thing that says the truth, and there's 99 things that say lies. So you don't really know what to believe. You got a 1% out of a 99% chance of getting it wrong, of getting it right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got 1%. So not very good odds. Means you'd have to do it 99 times getting it wrong before you got it right once. Who wants to do that with every single thing that is going on right now? That doesn't seem very practical, does it? No. Doesn't seem very fair either. Doesn't seem very equal either. But just saying, somebody's got to start saying some stuff that's actually truthful and real and that's not, deceitful. And here it is. Here's this first attempt. Hopefully this trend can, take like the Tide Pod trend for Gen Z's. Tide Pods. Oh man, I thought my generation was bad doing the sleep rolls to get stoned, but the next generation's eating soap. They might as well drink Dawn dish soap to get drunk at this point.